I am not a medical doctor. I'm an engineer by training, but I left my job in 2008. But our goal was, can we take the knowledge from the experts, doctors, and turn it around to a simple manner so that anyone can understand? That is how me, some of your leaders here today, we have VC Hajara connected from Uganda. We have VC Tipa connected from Malaysia, together with the rest of the leaders. We have held this organization for 14 years, helping each and every one of you who come to us every day, helping you understand the products. Okay. And today I'm going to talk a little bit slowly. I hope the speed is okay, because this session is translated in Bahasa Malaysia. Bahasa actually, Bahasa Melayu. Am I right, Tipa? Sorry, it's not Bahasa Malaysia, because Indonesia, Singapore, Malaysia, Brunei share one language. It's called Bahasa Melayu. And we have our leader, Payun, doing that for you guys. So thank her later. You can't give her a hug, so send her thank you note. And for those of you prefer Chinese, we have Isin doing that for you. If you don't know where to look, down there is a button and you will see Chinese, English, and Spanish. So you choose that, okay? And the rest of you, this main channel will be in English. So I hope you are settled by now and you have a paper and pen with you. You know, you have sent us so many questions. In fact, last couple of days, I've spent time, putting down all your questions together. In fact, you see, I have two laptops with me today because I wanted to make sure that we recorded, every question that you have sent. And of course, we cannot take every question, but the questions we're going to put forward to the doctors today, I hope it will answer most of your questions. And if you still did not get your answer by the end of today, please just hang in there, okay? The person who invited you will be able to get the answers to you, because our agreement with each and every one of you, your questions will be answered. So for those of you who are connected for the very first time and seeing me for the first time, yes, I founded this organization 14 years ago, simply because I wanted to create a system that will support, educate, and will be an environment to support every single one who's connected to our organization. Either you aspire to become an entrepreneur and succeed as an entrepreneur, or you are a wellness enthusiast, or you are just, you want to understand about the products, you want to use the product, or you're just happy user. We want to support you. So welcome again and relax, okay? We will try to do as what do you call it, Tipa, as flexible as possible. But I know it is not the same that I don't get to see most of you and you only see me, because I love physical event, but we will do with this for now, okay? So for those of you who are here for the first time, this is basically the first product many people like. I'm holding in my hand a BioDis 3. This is called BioDis. This is the third generation. The first generation was introduced in 2006. I started with QNet, building my business in 2005. So when I saw this product first, I didn't buy the idea of the product, but I took it back home anyway, simply because 75 people in my organization bought this disc within 30 minutes. I took it back home. I kept it in the cupboard. 3 months later, my sister came to me, okay, and said, I think the thing you're keeping in the cupboard is working. And I said, what? The glass we brought back home. She said the energy shifted. I feel better. I'm not using my asthma pump, and I have not visited the doctor. And at that time, we didn't understand anything, but I knew something was happening. I took back home and gave it to my mother, who was back then was 60 years old. Now she's 74. 14 years, mom have been using these products, and my dad too is 79 years old right now. And after a month, mom looked almost 10 years younger than her age, and a sugar regulator. Prior to that, she was already diagnosed as diabetics for almost 20 years with medication. And I saw the energy level. And being my mom in a small town in Malaysia called Teluk Intan, if you're out of Malaysia, it's a small village, okay? And she put a big, huge bucket outside the house and allowed the people around my house to collect water from my house. And they were saying, I'm feeling better. My back pain gone, my knee pain gone, my headache gone, migraine gone. It is there Tipai and I started a quest of what this product is. And one of the doctors who are going to join us tonight were among the first person who really helped us to understand. He was able to help an engineer, and Tipa, an economist, and Lena, a human resource manager. Economist, an engineer, and human resource manager to come together and educate us, school us, okay? And eventually, one day, we were able to sit in front of medical doctors and tell them, guys, this is now and future. Join us. We could make a difference. So we saw the generation 1, generation 2, now generation 3. What does this do? It has 14 minerals, 2 crystals embedded inside, changes the structure of your water to structured water or living water or soft water, and your cell absorb better, and your cell have more energy, increases the carrier of oxygen, DO2, oxygen into your cells, nutrient is better absorbed, and it detox better, so your body energy goes up, you feel healthier, and when your body is better, it can help your body can help you to heal, recover, or prevention. And then this was another breakthrough many of you would have seen. If you have never seen this, this is called BioLight 3. I'm holding the 3rd version. It has light, that's why it's called light. It's a biophoton therapy. The doctor will explain later a little bit. You got to put the biodisc inside. Please, this only works with the biodisc inside. Don't forget the biodisc. And our cells are light. And it increases the communication between your cells and helps your body to recover faster and to remain healthier. And right now, as we are going through pandemic and some part of the world, challenges are still ongoing pretty much. If you come from Malaysia or Uganda, our battle is still an ongoing battle. So really this bio light right now could help you, especially the green light. Okay. And the latest addition to our family, Amasqua brand of energy products are this CP4. And I've been a user of this since CP1 in 2007, okay? And what this does and how this helps you to protect your biofield and to protect you from the radiation that is harmful, that affects your biofield. This is what it does, how we will ask the doctor and allow them to explain to you. And I just want to inform you also, every Sunday, there are many small presentations are done throughout the week. You can connect, but every Sunday, 9 p.m. Malaysia, 4 p.m. Eastern Africa, we do a product presentation. Please write it down, connect when you can connect. But today to kick off, I have 2 beautiful people who I've known. One, I've known her for almost 13, 14 years. Okay. She has been, this young girl who came into the organization because of the dream of building a business. Eventually, the products helped her tremendously. She works in a sales line for banking industry in Malaysia. She has been this hardcore, person in the office who gets all these awards, dedicated person. She has been a dedicated entrepreneur. So she has been a full-time entrepreneur. Part-time she works in the office, and full-time she's entrepreneur. But tonight she's going to share her story with the products with you. Okay, so let's bring from Malaysia the beautiful Ivy Lim to share her story with you. Ivy, welcome, Ivy. And I'm going to
Hello.
hello, dear. And I'm going to give you the whole screen, Ivy. Tell them your story, yeah?
All right. Okay, my story, I've been using the Biodis since the version 1, and it actually helped me since I use the Biodis 1. The first testimony that I have is actually I always have this long cough, and I actually recover from that by just drinking water. But there were an incident that happened to me in year 2016. It been like 5 years past already. I have this issue of my menses where my period was not non-stop for almost 3 weeks plus, and I have a very serious pain in my stomach. So what I did is I have no choice. I went to see the specialist and do the ultrasound. Then the doctor found that there is actually a 5 cm big fibroid in my uterus, and it's quite serious, and she suggests me to do surgery. Because of the menses is not actually stopped, then she give me medicine to actually take it, and she suggests me to go back to see her again after 2 weeks. And because also of my the hemoglobin level in the body is too low, I think the normal measurement is actually 11.5 to 12 for a woman, and my hemoglobin level is only at 5 at that time. It's actually dropped to half of the body hemoglobin level, which is quite serious, and she don't dare to do also instant this surgery. So what I did is I went back home, I take the medicine, and in the same time I'm actually using the Biodis. That time was Biodis 2, Biodis 2, yes, only the Biodis 2 and BioLite, and it's only white light. So what I did is I take the medicine daily, and without fear I use the light also every day together with water. I drink super energized water, and without fear every morning I will shine, and every night I will shine. And because I'm doing sales, I always drive. So whenever I get into car, I will on my BioLite and shine. So I'm using it frequently every day without fear for 2 weeks, and I went back to see the doctor. So we actually did the date. We arranged a date for surgery, and then doctor do another ultrasound for me. But it was shocked that my fibroid actually shrink from 5 cm to 2 point something in 2 weeks time. It's actually 50% of it gone. So doctor was shocked, and she canceled my surgery. She said it will take me around 7 to 8 months to get recover, even the fibroid is small. So she suggests me to keep on taking medicine, and I have to go back every month to do checking. So I'm happy I don't need to do surgery. So I just need to actually take medicine. So what I do is I keep on using the light and also drinking water and shine and take medicine in the same time. And the medicine I take, I also put on the Biodis, and then I drink with the bio water. So after 2 weeks, when I went back to see the doctor, another miracle happened, because my ultrasound report didn't see my fibroid anymore. It was totally gone. So yeah, doctor was shocked, but it's not there. So she suggests me just keep on taking medicine and keep on doing checking. So I take another month medicine, and because of also there are a lot of side effects taking the medicine, and I did consult the doctor. The water retention and also emotion is not so stable. So I actually take 2 more months medicine, and I stop after that. I just wash out my daily routine, and also make sure that I sleep early, and then take wash out the food that I take, and I have good sleep. So in the moment that when I taking medicine, and also even when I didn't take medicine also, I did actually drink a lot of water and shine the light. And I wash out my menses every month, and it is actually regular after that. And in the same time also, because of the emotion not stable, because of the side effect of the medicine or of the doctor, and doctor do mention that there is a side effect. So what I did is when I stopped taking the products, I drink a lot of bio water, and I also start wearing CP3 because it helped me to actually have a very calm sleep at night. And I also took another products, QNAP products, which is H. This one. It is actually very good. After I took it, I feel good because of I am actually always have this low blood pressure, and I always have this dizziness sometimes, especially when I am in menses, or also when I wake up in the morning, I will have difficulty and dizziness. So I went through the healing crisis for about 2 weeks time. I have even serious dizziness in that two weeks, but after that it was totally okay, and now I don't have that issue anymore. I didn't have difficulty when I woke up in the morning, which the dizziness is actually totally gone, and I can see that skin is whiter, and also my menses every month is quite stable now. Yep. So the last report that I went on checking, my hemoglobin level is actually back to normal, and my low blood pressure also is already almost back to normal. So I thank God for the products, and I advise that everyone who have the Biodis, who have QNAP product H or CP4, we should actually use it to the maximum. Only when we use it, we can see the maximum result of it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ivy. Thank you so much. You know, it's beautiful listening to you speak about your health, recovering and enjoying a better health. And guys, I want to tell you this. Ivy is not telling a story that 3 months ago or 1 month ago. Ivy has been using our products since 2006, and Ivy has been with us building these businesses. We have traveled together since, Ivy, which year was that, Ivy? 2006 or 2005?
2006.
2006, guys. So Ivy has been with NorthStar and QNAT and using the product from 2016, but with us since 2006. Thank you so much, Ivy. Okay.
Thank you.
Now, guys, I have another person that I want to bring on the screen right now. And now from Malaysia, okay, we will travel to Uganda. This is a young man. I've known him, and while building our business in Uganda for the last probably almost 10 years, I think. And he shared his story, and I told him the world needs to hear his story. So I'm going to allow him to tell his story. So allow me to bring on the screen our young entrepreneur from Uganda, Dennis Kasule.
Okay.
Hi, Dennis. Welcome,
Hi,
Dennis.
MVP.
Nice.
Thank you very much, MVP.
And I'm going to give the screen to you, my dear. Please. It's all yours.
Okay. Thank you very much, MVP. Good morning, everyone. Dennis Kasule Sewunya is my name. I joined this amazing family in 2012, and purposively, I was here to build my business. I needed a cash flow. I needed a business which could be on my side in times of trial. That's how I decided to do this business. But in 2018, something happened to me. Where I come from, I'm the only boy. I'm followed by 5 girls. And on the 18th of November, 2018. In the morning, I have a tendency, it's a culture now. I talk to my parents every morning before doing anything. So I called my dad. I talked to him. We chatted. After chatting, I switched off the phone. In the next 10 minutes, the phone call I received from my mom was, you know what? We need your help. I was like, help for what? Your dad can't even move his hand or his fingers. What is going on here? We rushed him to hospital. And reaching Mengo Hospital, they told us that he was hit by a stroke. I had never heard of a stroke. I never heard of my dad having hypertension or anything like that. I was so much surprised. And the pressure was too high, unimaginably. And everyone was surprised of what was going on with this gentleman. So we were admitted in Mengo Hospital. And upon admission, he was there. And 2 weeks down the road, the medication wasn't working. It was not responding. Doctors were asking, what is really going on with this person? Being the only boy, I was the nursing now. I was there nursing him because we didn't have any other option. Out of devastation and out of a lot of thoughts, remember I was building the business since 2012. But within me, I was these products. Now, I was selling them. I didn't know they could save my dad's life. I remember there's a biodisc. I called my upline coach, Rem. I asked her, coach, I want to apply a biodisc with dad. How do I do it? So I started applying biodisc on my dad. 1 week of applying the biodisc, when doctors now came in to visit him, it was another story. The medication was now responding to the body. And doctors were like, what something else have you given him? I showed them the biodisc. Some doctors knew it, some didn't know it, some understood it, some had different feelings about it. And it was okay to me because it was bringing back my daddy's life. So one elderly doctor said, okay, how do you use this? I described how I use it. He told me, okay, this is structured water. Okay, oh, then I said, this is structured water. I continued giving it to him. Now, 1 week and some 4 days, we were discharged. But upon discharging, doctors told me, please be patient with him. What he has gotten is something serious. He's going to be in this condition for the next 9 months. Take him slowly. He's going to take some time to bring back his normal activities like walking, using his hands and all that. Okay, it's okay. But remember to use physiotherapists so much. So we went back home. Then Ivy has showed you age. I also bought age. I started giving him age on additional structured water. I called my upline again. So, coach, there's something called biophoton therapy. How do I administer it? I called Coach Carol. She told me how I administer biophoton therapy. I started administering to him biophoton therapy. Now this was November. In November, around the 15th, the gentleman started moving around in the house. And I continued administering biophoton therapy. By the 20th of December, the gentleman was walking. Though he's still limping, but the limping is very, very, very minimal. And if you're not very observant, you might not even get to know that he was hit by a stroke. And to me, it brought back relief because I had left all my work attending to my dad. He didn't allow anyone, including my mother. He told me it is me who should take care of him. And surprisingly, in the same month, some other gentlemen in our village were also hit by the same thing, stroke. But till now, they are still down. They are walking in wheelchairs. They are using wheelchairs. But my dad can walk at least 2 kilometers. And just because of lockdown, he had gotten back to work using his spanners. My dad is a mechanic in Endeavour Township. Those of you who know Endeavour. That's where he worked. But 1 month down the road, the man was back in Endeavour using his spanners and doing his work. Doctors had told me 9 months. To me, it was very surprising. And he was hit by a stroke at the age of 53 then. Right now, he's 55. And before that, as I've told you, I've never heard of my dad having hypertension. It caught us as a surprise. that out of nowhere, someone's pressure can go up, not only going up, even being hit by stroke. Since then, I fell in love with all our products. So on addition, alongside just building my business, just for building the business, now I'm focusing on helping other people understand these products, because it brought back my daddy's life, to say, normal life, let me call it that. My daddy's normal life, because he's now in a wheelchair, like the other gentlemen on our village. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I had to tell you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dennis. Okay, we wish you, more success and greetings to your dad. And we are very happy that your dad is back to his routine. Okay, and guys, that's what our products have been, helping. Okay, everyone, whoever using it. Okay, we have this thing that we use within our organization. Be a heavy user of the products. Okay, and you live a more quality life. I know you guys have many questions, and I'm going to bring the two wonderful people, okay, who have helped us, always helping us, and ever ready to give their assistance. Okay, I'm humbled because each time I go to them and say, doctors, can you come over and give us a little bit more help? And they always say yes. Okay, the first one, okay, many of you know him, Dr. Shafi Saik, has been with QNet for 14 years, from India, coming from a background of doctors. Okay, today he has huge experience working with clinical studies with researchers and labs and research institutes around the world. And he's pretty much the first person who helped us understand in a simple way, helped an engineer, economist, human resource manager, auditor to understand what's happening in our body and how we can help our body. Okay, joining him tonight is QNet consultant, okay, Dr. Anura. All right, and she has this experience with energy medicine and also nutrition, for many years. And she works with the experts around the world, bringing us QNet the best technology. So welcome to NorthStar, Dr. Shafi and Dr. Anura. Okay, is
Thank you.
Dr. Anura in?
Yes, I am. Thank you very much, AVP Kalai.
All right.
Thanks a lot, AVP Kalai.
All right.
What an awesome testimonies that we just witnessed. Really mind-blowing.
Yes. It's amazing.
Dr. Anura, you're having challenges with the internet because you're on a quarantine, as Dr. Anura just got back from the US and she doesn't have a good connection. But how do we we can't put her on the screen, is it? We can only hear a voice.
In order to switch on the camera.
No, she can't because the internet.
Yeah.
Okay, why don't we do this? Okay, can we bring Tipa, everyone, probably a gallery view? Will we be able to see her? No. Okay, never mind. In that case, we will hear your voice.
Definitely, I'm loud and clear. So I'm just happy to be here today, along with Dr. Shafi. Thank you for the invitation. I apologize because I am just back from the US and in quarantine in a hotel locally in Malaysia. Unfortunately, I think with too many people in quarantine, the internet, the Wi-Fi doesn't support me using the camera today. But as long as you can hear me, I'm going to deliver the message to you. Thank you.
We can hear you. And thank you, doctors. Okay. Can we start with this is our favorite product, okay? The Biodis 3 I'm holding in my hand right now. And we all know it structures water, and the structured water is essential, fundamental, or probably the most crucial thing that we could do for our health. Can you please, doctors, explain to those who are here probably the first time, what is structured water and why it's crucial for our health?
I'll take that question, AVP Kalai. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks a lot. This is an awesome platform of NorthStar. I can see a lot of you from different countries like Uganda, Indonesia, of course, Malaysia. Okay, it's my pleasure to be here. And to start off this section, okay, structured water is something that is found in nature. That means if you just rewind your life, I mean, it is not possible, to 1,000 years back or maybe 2,000 years back, that is the water found in nature. Whether you call it a mountain stream, whether it is a lake, whether any kind of water resource naturally available should have this kind of structure. But what happened afterwards is the development, because we have our brains, so we use these brains to improve various things, industries, technology. We found motor pumps which can pump the water to any distance, and we added chemicals to kill the bacteria, viruses, to whatnot. So there are majorly two things that destroys the water basic structure. One is chemicals that we add to the water, and second one, mechanical stress. So these two factors basically destroys the structure of the water. So now, if you are a science student, you may be thinking H2O, whether it will break into something, something, something. Don't worry. Okay. Basically, all these H2Os, they combine with other H2Os, their neighbors, their friends, like, and form a hexagonal crystal in a beautiful water or a healing water, or you can call it natural water. Unfortunately, with the chemical effect or mechanical distortion, we are unable to receive such kind of life-giving water. In today's life, we are drinking, literally, guys, this is the reality, dead water from our tap or from our filters, or we are paying money from supermarkets and everything, and we are buying the bottled water, which is not giving you enough. So number one benefit of drinking structured water from Biodisc 3, it enhances your hydration levels. Now imagine if your cells, you drink water, your cells need to absorb the water inside, right? Otherwise, how you can generate energy? Your cell is a battery. It requires food, water, oxygen, three things, right? Now your food, of course, you're eating all sorts of vegetables or fruits or whatever, sometimes garbage, like all the fast foods and all, which not supposed to be consuming, but we are consuming nowadays. So food needs to be transported into the cell in order to provide energy or in order to generate energy. But if you're drinking dead water, it is not entering into the cell. That means the cell hydration drops. Obviously, whatever food that you're eating, it is lingering outside, waiting for entrance into the cell. So what it happens, your body becomes lethargic. You get tired very fast. How many times we are hearing this word from our friends? Oh my God, today I had a very tiring day. And what he did, nothing. He's just sitting in front of computer and doing work, and he getting tired. So imagine. So water plays an important role because our body 70% is water. So your hydration level will increase, then your nutrition uptake will increase. Obviously, your cell energy goes up. Okay, now cell energy, when it goes up, of course, your cell will enjoy the energy, right? There is something called byproduct of it. It's like when you burn a paper, the fire is energy. There is ash afterwards, right? That is nothing but toxins. These toxins need to be eliminated time to time from our cell. Can you just fill up your house with garbage every day, not throwing out? Definitely not. It is something similar in our body. We need to detoxify our cells, and structured water is a best water that can detoxify your cells on a daily basis. It cannot be done once in a week or once in a month. It has to be done on a daily basis. And that's the reason why the moment you start biodisc consumption or biodisc structured water consumption, in your life, I mean, you just bought a biodisc and you started drinking, you find one very important, significant difference. You need to see the bathroom very often. Toilet break becomes, very high. And that is the price that you're paying for a fantastic health. Okay. And AV Pikalai, as you know, the testimonies today that we heard, and so many testimonies across the globe with the usage of structured water. Okay, it is actually our right. Every body needs structured water. So biodisc is helping you to get that structured water, and your body enjoys hydration, and hydration can correct so many problems which are hidden. You may be superficially looking very healthy, but you don't know what's happening inside your body. There might be dehydration leading to organ failure. We don't even know until you get that stage. Like the second testimony that is shared from Uganda from our friend, His father was absolutely fine that until that morning, and within few seconds he collapsed. Okay, so we have to take control back on our health, and these products, Amesqua products, are definitely a fantastic range of wellness tools to take back control on your health and wellness. Back to you, AVP.
Thank you, Dr. Shafi. And I think that also reminded me, you shared this sometime back, that there was this guy who was perfectly healthy and suddenly he dropped and he had a stroke. And then he
Very
was
true.
to do that research. And then finally he found out there was nothing wrong with him. He doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke, he exercised, he was slim. And then what was it
Very
wrong
true.
with him? And his cells was hydrated.
Dehydration.
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 Sorry, dehydration. Yeah.
Yeah,
So that could also be what could have happened to Danny's father. Okay.
very true.
Now, Dr. Shafi, this is Biodis 3. Okay, you know we started with Biodis 1, Biodis 2, and you know our organization, NorthStar, have been with you from the Biodis 1. Okay, and there are many here who still have the Biodis 1, who treasure it, Biodis 2. And I just want, for the benefit of the ones who have been with us from the beginning, how different is Biodis 3? And why would you say they should, probably time has come for some of them to actually upgrade to Biodis 3? Okay.
All right.
I'll pass it to Dr.
AVP
Medan.
Kalai? Yeah, I'll take this question.
Thank you, Dr.
Yes, Amesqua Biodis 3 is actually the third generation of the Biodis 3 series, or I mean of the Biodis series. This Biodis 3 was launched in 2018. And those who still use the Amesqua Biodisc 1 and 2, I definitely encourage and support you to say that you should and you must purchase the Amesqua Biodisc 3. Now, the reason for this is because Amesqua Biodisc 3 is advanced in many ways, unlike the previous generations. And I'm going to take a little bit of time to explain this, all right? There are three main features in the Amesqua Biodisc 3. Number one, of course, we know that the previous generations also had this. They were infused, the disc is infused with a special combination of minerals and crystals. But crystals were only made possible in Amesqua Biodisc 3. All right. And we have the two very special crystals that are in Amesqua Biodisc 3. It's mainly the quartz crystal and diamond. Now, the reason for why these crystals were infused into Amesqua Biodisc 3 is because through research, we had found out that they are the most powerful energy conductors. All right, they can transmit energy very efficiently. All right, so that's the reason for having added these two crystals together with the additional proprietary minerals that we have in the Biodisc 3. Now, number two, as AVP Kalai was showing you the Biodisc 3, I will ask her to show it again very clearly. If you look at it, it has a very unique design property. All right, it has a very unique design property, and trust us. All right, Dr. Shafi and I just didn't take a little pencil and sit down and draw some design and say, hey, this is what we're going to put on the disc. Now, the reason this has been researched over many years. All right, if you really understand the science of shape, proportionate designs, and so on, this goes back in history. Now, this unique design, or rather geometric design, uses the energy principles of shape to qualitatively balance energy systems and harmonize your environment, which means the design by itself is able to harmonize and uplift the quality of your living spaces. All right, just as you are now in a space, the design the disc just being in your space can qualitatively change the quality of your living space. So the function of this particular design, all right, is basically to transform all those chaotic EMF waves that we have, all these chaotic, saturated, harmful waves that are in our environment into beneficial energies so that they do not bombard our biofield. They do not disturb our physical body. They don't cause any distortion. That is the main reason for coming up with this unique design property on the Biodisc 3. Now, I want to get you to sit back a little, and I want to explain shape, because I'm sure all of you have always been having this puzzle about shapes. Okay, how will a design tell me more? All right, so I'm going to start off with this. You know that everything, including our bodies, are made up of energy. Okay, I'm sure you know this. Now, take the radio, the television, satellites, Wi-Fi, cell phone signals. These are also energies that move through solid objects. That means radio, television, satellite, Wi-Fi, cell phone signals, they are a form of energy. They are in a form of a wave, and they can move through solid objects like our walls and even the windows. Okay, but even solid like wood, metal, and plastic. Okay, imagine wood, metal, and plastic, they never move by themselves. All right, or pass through other objects. They are also made up of energy. So you need to understand when we hear everything is energy, that means everything practically around us is energy. Now, whenever one energy field interacts with another energy field, that means they come into an interaction, both the energy fields become affected and something changes. You understand this? All right. When one energy field is interacting with something else, they are affected and they change. So I want you to now imagine this. Okay, sit back, close your eyes and imagine this. Think of the energetic world as a giant ocean. It's an ocean. And in the ocean, what do you know? There are currents that are running through the ocean. You know, there are currents running through the ocean. Are we having anybody with you? Okay, no worries. Okay, so I'm coming back. Imagine the energetic world as a giant ocean. And you know, in an ocean, there are currents running through the ocean. Now imagine I place a little boat in the path of the current on the ocean. I place a little boat. Now what happens? The current which was moving in one order will now have to move around the little boat and affect the flow. Do you agree?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. It has to now move around the boat and then flow again. So imagine the boat being the shape. So this is what's happening. I have a biodisk and I have a design that I have implemented on the biodisk. What is this design doing now? This design is now transforming chaotic waves. All right, they're changing these wave patterns into beneficial waves that will now be protective to your biofield. Remember, Wi-Fi signals, you cannot cancel. You can't take them away. Then you and I cannot communicate. You and I will not be on Zoom today. All right. But what you can do is with this design property, you can now transform the waves. Just like how I introduced a little boat in the current of the ocean. I'm making the current now move around the boat. So that's the shape. All right. So shapes beneficially affect energies which are passing through your house or even your body by adding a special harmonizing quality to them. So the shapes add that quality when they are passing through your house or even through your body. Okay, and it maintains a natural balance. So for example, like a response that you may have to a piece of art or a well-designed home, you can actually feel the difference when your bodies are in balance. Do you see that you go to an art gallery and there will only be one or two particular art pieces that may be very in tune to you, all right, that will be in resonance to you, that you will just be in love with it, and it'll make you feel so calm and harmonized with it, because that's a design property. So it came into your system and created a harmonizing quality into your system. So you resonated with that art. You resonated with a piece of house a home that you would have probably gone to visit, and you said, hey, somehow I feel really good and balanced here. But you may have gone to another home and you may not have felt that. You would feel agitated. All right. You'd feel not so comfortable. You may even have a headache. So this is what it means by proportionate shapes. The design actually influences you. All right. So at the end, to conclude this, proportionate shapes protect us from detrimental effects of EMF. That's what you need to know. And also environmental stresses, as well as beneficially, they change the brainwave patterns in your brain. They make you work towards intuitiveness. That's what shapes does. That's why shapes are something very old, ancient times. People were more intuitive in old times, old ages. All right, they were not logical. Today we have become too logical. So shapes introduce that intuitiveness into you. It resonates with you. Okay, so as much as it's protecting you from EMFs, they are also changing your brainwave patterns. That's where the harmonization comes. That's where, like Tipa, she's always asking the question, we see Tipa, how does it affect brainwaves? All right, so it's that shapes that you have in the biodistry, that you have in the CP4 that we'll talk about soon, that affect the brainwave patterns, that creates the coherence. All right, and the third feature of the biodistry, okay, the entire disc undergoes a proprietary process technology. Okay, they are kept they go through a process technology over a specific period of time, and this process technology is based on the principles of quantum physics. I'm not going to elaborate more on this. It's a proprietary, but these are the three main features of what makes the biodistry very special. What's going to make the biodistry last the next couple of years, all right, in our generation of the biodist, because it's already very futuristic. It's for today's time and for the future. So please, I would encourage you, whoever is still using the biodist 1 and 2, have them with you, put them in your refrigerator, but go out there and get your biodistry. All right, with that, back to you, AVP Kalai.
Thank you, Dr. Anura, for the explanation. I can really relate to this, Dr. Shafi, Dr. Anura. There's some homes that I walk in, I want to leave immediately. There's some homes.
Why not? Yes. Why not think about the religious places like
Yes.
temples, mosques, church?
Exactly.
When you enter into the this sacred places, your positivity increases. Your mind, your body experiences peace.
Yes.
And the credit is actually, the geometrical design of the entire structure. Yep, as rightly Dr. Nada mentioned.
So calm, and immediately you have clarity. So thank you so much. So we could carry this with us. Every home should have a biodisc. Now,
and
thank
can
you.
I just add to that? I have just something to add. It just came to my mind as I was just traveling. I travel a lot. And you can ask Dr. Shafi, but except for the last 1 year and 4 months, this was my first travel after the pandemic. But all the time that I travel, I'm going into many different hotel rooms. All right. And hotel rooms have lots of energetic distortions because of people's, memory of many things, waters, incidences, even the design properties and so on. So I always sometimes have problems sleeping in different hotel rooms. And, the only thing that has actually helped me since the biodistry had come out was I just take that biodistry and put it right in the middle of my chest, and I just sleep. Just right there in the middle of my chest, without even it being in a BioLite 3 or without anything, not even with a guard sometimes. It's just right there on my chest, and I am knocked out. I have the best sleep. Of course, in the morning, the glass is somewhere in between the bed sheet or right on the floor or something, but it's perfect. Trust me, you can try it. If you have difficulty sleeping, put it right on your chest and you would just knock out. It harmonizes you. That's what the design is doing.
Thank you,
and it's
Dr. Anura.
yeah.
And I'm also like you. Whenever I go to a new place, I cannot sleep on the first day. Now I know, I'll put it on top. Okay, thank you so much. And now to take it to the next question, this BioLite. And Ivy said it even while she's driving, she lights herself, biophoton therapy, and Dennis, who didn't even know what this is, called and asked, what does this really do and how do I help my father? Because sometimes when we are in that situation, we will find whatever it is to help our loved ones. Okay, so we know this is biophoton therapy, and biophoton is in every cell, every living being. Doctor, can you please explain why such a beautiful recovery using this light, and what's really happening when we use this light? Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. Taking that question from AVP Kalai, understand that light therapy or anything, for example, BioLite 3 that we introduced 4 new colors into it, right? Previously, it was only white LED color, white light emission in BioLite 1 and BioLite 2. But in BioLite 3, we have introduced 4 different colors: red, green, blue, and white. Okay. First of all, talk about color therapy. Okay. We understand first piece by piece, so you will have a better understanding. Color therapy, which we call chromotherapy in scientific language. Color therapy is like an alternative therapy whereby we use a specific wavelength of the colors to activate our body organs, our systems, which are present in our body. Okay, and each color, because of its specific wavelength, it has got unique benefits. Okay, for example, you take red light, it activates your cell regeneration. It also boosts your mood. I know, for example, if you're going through painful conditions, knee joint pain, neck pain, back pain, the red color is very, very prominent to give you a faster result compared to other colors. That's the reason why we have placed red as one of the different benefit giving section. Then coming to green, where you can actually help to activate your liver to detoxify toxins from your liver, and also to boost your overall immune system. Okay, so we have each and every color with a specific wavelength giving you specific benefits. So that's the reason why the color therapy is so unique in our BioLite 3. Now, how does it work? I mean, the overall BioLite 3, how does it work? Very simple fact that without light, there is no life. You understand that, right? Without light, just imagine if sun decides not to show up for next 1 year. I mean, 1 year is too big, too long. Even for 1 week, we will become zombies. Our body cannot work without light. So that means our body also have light. And this light, which is ultra weak light coming out of the cells, we termed it scientifically as biophotons. And this biophotonic emission happens from each and every cell in our body. Unfortunately, we cannot see it. Imagine if God made us to see everything, whether it's good, bad, happening in front of you, and you can see it. No need of any doctors, no need of anybody who can, give you advice. You become judge for yourself or anything that is happening. So because we cannot see, we have to understand the concept of biophotonic emission. So when organ is performing very well, your biophotonic emission is very, very uniform or in coherence. So that means the biophotonic emission is symmetrical. Okay, but when the organ is undergoing some kind of a dis-ease state, this emission will be disturbed. So that is the first marker of you becoming unwell. So biophoton has the color therapy whereby you can adjust according to your requirement and enjoy various kinds of benefits. Okay, whether it is physical, physiological, okay, you want to get rid of pain, or you just want to activate your energy centers called chakras. So you can do so many things with the BioLite. Okay, yeah, back to you, Vikalai.
Thank you, doctor. And I know we always have this situation. Okay. I know, by the way, my mom loves this, guys. My mom is 74. Every night before she leaves, she lights herself. Every morning she does. And asked her, why, mommy, every night you look for this BioLite and you're okay? She said, I wake up, I have no pain, and I can go for my walking, and I can still cook, and I can be on my feet. So it really has benefited many, many people, guys. Okay. It gives you a lot of energy. Dr. Shafi, we always have Dr. Anura, people come to us and ask, I have this condition. How do I use the product? I have this condition. How do I use the product? But you, both of you taught us, schooled us that it doesn't matter what is the condition. What BioDis structured water biophoton does is works with the basic of our body, helps our body, and our body that helps recovering. Okay, maybe you can give a little bit more explanation, because we always get this question. And I gave you a long list of questions, like, this is happening, what do I do? This is happening, what do I do? How would you, what would you tell about them?
Yeah, I'm going to take this question, but I would like to ask if I'm able to share screen, if somebody could make me a co-host, just one slide.
Can. Just give me 1 second, sorry. Okay, done.
Okay.
Done, yeah.
Just a moment.
Okay, we can see your screen.
All right, it's only the screen. Now, you see, this is a very interesting question, all right, with regards to many different health condition, diseases, and so on. You want to know how these products actually help enhance our body's ability to recover. So we are talking about how does it reinstate our natural ability to heal. So I want to take you through this first. First of all, in order for you to understand how your body works, you need to know what actually makes you unwell. And then we can share with you where the products come in, which stages do the product come in to integrate this. So we're taking this question in two parts. I think the next question, Dr. Shafi will also share further about this. But the first question here is, I want to make you understand how we become unwell. All right. So if you're looking at the screen, I'm sure that you see that we have 4 stages in us becoming unwell. This is very important because today, with us having been through and still facing the pandemic, you need to understand why some people, with this COVID-19, you see a lot of people falling sick, suddenly going into worse state, and then there's death. All right, and recovery is also difficult, or they're going through very hard phases of recovering. So only by understanding this, you will understand how does this work, how does your body actually work. So the first stage, very simple, where biophoton disruptions occur. Now, biophotons, as Dr. Shafi explained, biophotons are actually light emitted from living organisms, so like humans, animals, and plants. So the first stage of you becoming unwell, these emissions that come from these pockets of light that come from your very own DNA, they start to become imbalanced. They start to get distorted. But will you and I experience it? No, because we wouldn't know it. We wouldn't know where this light is going from. Has it dimmed? We will not experience it. So that's stage 1. But as our disease progresses and it goes into stage 2, then you have the Earth's abnormal electromagnetic resonances. They exist. All right. As long as you're living on planet Earth, you have this abnormal electromagnetic resonances. And what happens here is they start to now distort your biofield. Okay. So I want to explain to you a little bit about the biofield. You and I, you can do an experiment now. You can touch your very own physical body. You can touch and feel your physical body. Around your physical body, you have an invisible field, which is called the biofield, sometimes called the energy field, sometimes called the etheric field. All right. So the biofield is like a protective shield around your physical body. And not just that, it's considered to be the organizing field of your life. All right. And this field is very intelligent. It's not static. It's constantly changing its responses with the environment around you. And guess what? This field also organizes and regulates all of your systems in your physical body, like your digestive system, your nervous system, your circulatory system, your respiratory system. And today, very commonly, over the 1 year that you've been hearing, your immune system. All of this are regulated and organized by this invisible field, which is around your physical body. So what happens in stage 2 of a disease? This abnormal electromagnetic resonances, they start to distort the physical body. They start to compromise the field around your physical body. All right. And then it further progresses into third stage. Third stage is where the abnormal electromagnetic resonances and together with the biophoton disruptions will now start to cause harmful biochemical changes. What are biochemical changes? Blood markers. So if you had the intuition at that time to go and do a blood test, you would then see some form of inflammation, some form of imbalances in your blood markers, which could have now prevented you from going into stage 4. But many of us are ignorant. Many of us don't experience it. All right. And then we progress right into stage 4. Guess what is stage 4? The physical manifestation of a symptom. So for example, if I got a heart attack today, that's my symptom. Only then I would have run to the hospital. But did that heart attack happen today? No, it started months or years before. But I did not know. I didn't even take the slightest the initiative to go and do a blood marker or to check or do my basic checkup. So today when the pandemic hit, a lot of us are in third stage. Immediately you progress to 4. That's why there were many deaths. But look at you, people who have been using the biodis, people who have been using the BioLite, people who've been using the Chi pendant for all these years. Have you looked at you and experienced where your products are in the 4 stages? You are in the first and second stage, quantum medicine, energy medicine. You are in preventive stage. People like you and I are probably in number 1 or even before. We may not even be, we are so balanced. So do you see where it is? So that is why when we talk about diseases and health conditions, why we say using these products, all right, it basically reinstates your body's natural ability to heal. It's your bodies that are doing the healing. The products are the supporting tools to bring back that balance, to balance back the biofield. You see, if you can improve the biofield, you will improve your health. And even if you are sick, you will heal. All it takes is for you to manage the biofield. That's all. But your doctors do not know the biofield. Doctors know the symptom. They know the physical body. They do not know the energy body. All right. So we are known to be energy beings. And today, I mean, there are a lot of doctors in this group, and doctors in this group are very well versed and understand the energy body today. That's why it's called integrated. All right. They practice integrated medicine, which is the right thing to do. All right. You still need the medical industry. You still need to do the scans and know the MRIs and the X-rays when you're diagnosed with something. All right. So that's why you need them. But we need to become integrated. We need to look at the body as a whole system. All right. So this is where our products play a part. So AB Pikala, your question is, our products are now in quantum medicine and energy medicine field. So we are able to prevent from any progression of a disease or reverse any condition of a disease and allow the body to come back into its natural state to heal itself. That's where our products play a part. All right, and moving further, I think Dr. Shafi has an interesting update for the next question. Thank you. Back to you, AB Pikalai. I'll stop the sharing.
Well, I am wow, I'm in awe. It's like I've been hearing you guys speak for so many years, and I'm like, wow, this totally explains why so many people who we call it the heavy users, okay, see tremendous recovery and tremendous progress with the products. So this is the biggest, Dr. Shafi, the biggest, Dr. Anura, biggest mistake people make. They don't see the body as a whole. Okay, so if you have a disease, they just see the disease as the symptom,
Exactly.
and then they want to know what to do for that thing. that thing.
Yes.
But the thing is, if we just take that thing out of our mind and focus on overall structured water, biophoton therapy, managing our biofield, protecting it, and that will help whatever that symptom that the body has produced. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much for that explanation. So Dr. Shafi, the question that we always, Tipa, in fact, this is Tipa ask you, Tipa always will ask you secretly on WhatsApp. Dr. Shafi, what latest update do you have? What's the latest progress do you have with the products, with the BioLite? Is there any latest that you'd like to?
Thank you, Vikalai. As a continuation from what Dr. Anura explained about various stages, now if you have the biodisc with you in your hand, okay, how you can maximize usage of it, okay, I will just give you in 7 stages or 7 steps. Okay, these 7 steps are various methods that you can actually use it. Mix and match is up to you. Okay, but I'll give you the 7 stages and you will have an overall idea how you can maximize the usage of biodisc. Number 1, okay, whenever you drink water, that has to be energized on the biodisc. Make it as a compulsory, a mandatory stuff. Whenever you drink the water, make sure that is placed on the biodisc or flown over top of the disc. Any method, but make sure it is structured on the biodisc. Okay, not only drinking water, if possible, if you have the resources, time and everything, use this water for cooking, for using boiling your vegetables, washing your fruits. Wherever the water can be used in your home, definitely use it, especially when it comes to cooking or cleaning and all this kind of stuff. And then if possible, shower with it also. So step number 1 refers to maximizing the usage of bio water in your life. Okay, now coming to second step, second method of using biodisc. Because my body is 70% water, okay, that is how we made. I prefer to carry the biodisk closer to my body all the time, because the energy from the biodisk, which is made of minerals and crystals, like Dr. Nora explained about the proprietary technology of activating these minerals, if I keep it closer to my body, my entire 70% of the percentage of water will be keep on structurizing, or it is actually receiving the bioenergy from the biodisk. So I always carry the biodisk with me. Second, okay, so if you want to maximize the benefits, carry with you all the time. Okay, number 3, if I take any liquid other than your water, whether it is juice or a medicine or a tablet or a syrup recommended by a doctor, or even if you're taking supplements like Edge, for example, or you're taking H2Go, you're taking any product, make sure it is energized on the biodisk. If you're using medicines, rub it or keep it on top of it for 5-10 minutes, or leave it overnight in your medicine box. If somebody diabetic and they have to take the medicines for the rest of their life, just leave it in this biodisk inside your medicine box. Definitely you will have a storage box. Leave it. So third step is energize any other thing other than water on the biodisk that you consume, okay, as a medicine, supplement, or any other kind of therapy. Just use it. Number 4, the BioLite. AV Pickle, I asked about this. BioLite is giving so many benefits. Why we have to keep it inside the BioLite and use it? Okay, this question, the biodisk inside the BioLite, is it necessary, or BioLite can be alone be used to shine your body? Okay, I suggest always use together, because without the biodisk, BioLite is just a LED light with different colors. Okay, even though it can give the benefits on its own, like color therapy, as I previously mentioned, that color therapy has got its own benefits. But if you couple this one with the biodisk energy, imagine the impact on yourself. Now you have color therapy coming out, biophoton therapy coming out, and the quantum energy from the biodisk is also flowing through the light into your cells. That's where you get super fast results, or you can say miraculous results, like how people shared before. Okay, so step number 4 with the biodisk, use the BioLite and shine the light 15 minutes every session, 3 to 4 times or 4 to 5 times on your affected area. And there are contraindications. Please go and read what are the places where you're not supposed to use the BioLite, like eyes, brain tumors, epileptic conditions, if pregnant women on the developing fetus, okay, heart with pacemaker, okay, and if anybody having metal implants. So there are 5 or 7 places where you're not allowed to use the BioLite. Avoid those places. But other areas where pain, swelling, inflammation, or just general well-being you are expecting, use the BioLite. So step number 4, maximize the usage of BioLite in day-to-day life. Okay, even while sleeping, just keep the blue light on in torch mode and leave it. The color will do the magic. It soothes your nerves, gives you better sleep. There are so many benefits that you can enjoy. Now, step number 5. This one is game changer. Those people who are unable to breathe, like asthmatic conditions, people suffering from cold, flu, or any kind of lung-related issues. Energize the water, boil it, and take the steam inhalation. You understand? This method of steam inhalation of energized water, and you boiling it, and when the steam comes out, you inhale it for 5 minutes with a breaks, of course. You cannot continuously breathe in for 5 minutes. You have to take 3 deep breaths and a pause. 3 deep breaths and a pause. And you do it consecutively for 5 minutes, like continuously for 5 minutes. And this is step number 5. Now, this is also very helpful, not only for lung conditions like asthma and other conditions, but also for migraine. Now, many young people, especially IT professionals, they're suffering from this condition, which is basically deoxygenation of your brain cells. That means basically your brain is deprived of oxygen. You're in front of computers, you're very stressed, you're on phone calls throughout the day, and you're basically the stress, everything relates to oxygenation of your brain tissue. Okay, if oxygen is less, your body reacts in the form of a headache. Obviously, that is a common thing, right? If I deprive you of food, obviously you will show in hungry. Your body will try to tell you that you need to eat something. So it's a reaction of your brain in the form of headache that you need to supply enough oxygen or provide enough oxygen to your brain tissue. And when you are steam inhaling with the structured water has high oxygen levels. We call it as DO2, dissolved oxygen levels, and it will be taken through your lungs into your blood, from bloodstream to your brain, and you will enjoy. The headache will be going down, your migraine will be getting better, asthmatic attacks will delay, it will not have very frequency and all this stuff. So step number 5, steam inhalation. Number 6, I saw some of the people using mist. Okay, if you have mist, please, that's the best method to use. The structured water converting into micro clusters or micro vaporized droplets, and you can shine it on your face, on your skin, and even on area which is infected, or if you have some kind of mosquito bites or any kind of stuff, you can use the spray method to get the benefits. Or even when you're feeling tired, maybe long hours in front of computer, your eyes will be strained. Okay, you feel that your body is getting some kind of attack from this kind of radiation. You can also hydrate your skin by either spray method or steam inhalation method. Sorry, not steam inhalation, mist method. Either use the mist that converts water into micro droplets, or use the spray. Okay, but the water needs to be energized. That is step number 6. And the last step
Kipa, you
number
want to
7.
show Kipa how do the Miss Dr. Shafi? She has the Miss. Yes,
Very nice.
that's
Yeah,
what it is. Yeah.
absolutely, guys. And unfortunately, we are not selling this mist from QNet for various reasons, like shipping problem and all this stuff, because it contains a battery. But we are providing this Amesqua mist as a gift for free, during various social media contests and all. So maybe I will appeal, in this platform, for all the NorthStar warriors to participate in our social media campaigns. And of course, there is a chance to get, Amesqua mist absolutely free. And you are actually getting an accessory device that can be used along with the structured water from Biodisk. Why not? Now, last step number 7. I told you, and Dr. Andra very clearly explained about the shape, the geometrical design function in our life, transmuting harmful radiation or harmful frequencies inside your, whether it's a living space, your office space, wherever you are, into beneficial frequencies. So leave it in between your gadgets. Like, for example, right now I'm in front of computer. I leave it in between the devices, or when I sleep, I keep it next to my bed or under my pillow. Okay, you can leave it anywhere in your living space, on the table next to your coffee cup. It's fine, just leave it, because the design is already working with your atmospheric frequencies. Okay, that is step number 7. So you have 7 different ways that you can use the Biodisk 3 in your day-to-day life. And we do have so many other methods, but these 7 are very relevant if you want to improve your health condition, or if you are looking to improve your overall immune system, wellness, and everything. Okay. Yeah. Back to
Thank
you,
you,
Deepika.
Doctor. Thank you so much. And now I think we can talk about this, which is creating a lot of excitement around the world.
Maybe before that, Dr. Nura can add about something, that scientific studies that we have conducted on Biodisk 3.
Sure.
Yeah, that will add a lot of credibility now, because we are only talking right now, and you guys may be thinking, hey, who is this doctors talking? How can we believe these doctors, right? So we have a lot of credibility behind us in the form of clinical studies. I'll pass it back to Dr. Nura.
Thank you.
Yeah, but AVP Kalai and also Dr. Shafi, a lot of people do not like reading journal publications and scientific reports. Yeah, so true. Today, I'm again going to share my screen. I hope that's all right.
Yes, please.
Okay, so as you're aware that in 2018, we launched Biodisk 3. And in the years of 2018 and 2019, we conducted 2 clinical studies for Amesqua Biodisk 3. When we talk about clinical studies, means they are conducted in clinical environments over a couple of months, where people in a group, we have people with double-blind studies. So some partially who knows and uses the product, and the others are under a control group. So these are done in stringent environments, and they do it over a period of time, and all of their, from blood markers through their heart rate variability, all of this are measured. Okay, so when these studies are completed, they go into a state called peer review. All right, they go into a state of peer review where the reports that are written. So let me share with you that these studies were conducted by Professor Dr. Konstantin Korokov, a very well reputable person. He's a quantum physicist, very well known even in the bioenergetic world. He is also the inventor of one of the exceptional camera devices that are able to capture human energy field, the human biofield. All right, and that's the only device in the world which is also used by the Olympic, the Russian Olympic team, that's able to measure stress levels the most accurately. All right, so he's the inventor. He's from Russia, and he sits on QNET's scientific advisory board for many years now. And even before sitting on the board, he was already testing our products as early as 2008, 2009, and so on. All right, so he conducted the studies in Russia, and when his studies have been conducted, he writes a report, and then it's sent for peer review, where there are groups of people who will now analyze his entire clinical study, his entire report, and then once they've evaluated it and they feel that it's substantial, that it is worth to be published, then they accept to be published into a journal, a science journal. All right, so this is what we call as publication. So we have got two clinical studies for biodistry in 2019 which were published. One is this that you're seeing it. It came out in the Journal of Applied Biotechnology and Bioengineering. This was mainly on the psychophysiology. That means on the entire physiological state of the body. How did structured water influence the body? All right, it's amazing. You can actually take on this little link and go and read more about it. So this was one. And number two, we had another publication in the International Journal of Complementary and Alternative Medicine, one of the most foremost science journals. And here it was the study of structured water from biodistry on biological effects like fruits, vegetables, plants, seed germination, and so on. So it's very, very interesting. This was the ones that were conducted then. And then, we have another publication, which is by Dr. Rubik, that is still in progress because of the pandemic. And recently, in my last trip that I was in the US, Dr. Rubik had done the study in 2019 as well. And she presented the study at the International Water Conference in Germany in October of 2019, just before the pandemic. What she did was, she wanted to see how various water structuration devices could actually form sodium chloride crystals, could form crystals in an aqueous solution. That means in water, all right, in a solution form. So she presented her findings, and to her amazement, she did it with biodistry along with 5 other world famous water structuration devices, including Tesla's plates, which are 40 years of technology. All right. And to her, in her amazement, the study showed how biodistry could form hexagonal crystals. And she says that this was unprecedented. All right. She was amazed by herself. It achieved the highest level of symmetry breaking of all the stimuli used. That means compared to all the 5 other water structuration device, biodistry was the best. All right, it was amazing. And the study had many reviewers, many peer reviewers, and was finally accepted to be published in the International Water Journal, which just got published last week. So we are not going to show you that now because it's supposed to be a surprise. It's coming out for VCon this year in October. All right, so you will hear more about it and see the amazing pictures and the journal publication. So that's coming out soon. And moving further to this, as for BioLite 3, we had plans to do studies, but again, it was because of the pandemic, many things got shut off. They couldn't even, you can't get people coming to a lab to take their, blood markers and do the testings. So that was the the problem with conducting studies. So we had to stop it. So now things are progressing slowly. And whatever it is, but QNet is also the member of the International Light Association. All right, there's an International Light Association. You can actually Google them, and QNet is actually a member of it. And there are many studies on biophoton therapy, light therapy, which are out there, which have been conducted over many years, and we leverage on them for the BioLight 3 as well. All right. So and to share more on how BioLight 3 is actually an added benefit together with BioDisc 3, I think Dr. Shafi will take you on to that to the next time. All right, the next question. Thank you very much. Back to you, AVP Kalai.
Dr. Shafi, would you like to add anything to the BioLight before we actually go? Okay.
As I explained already, that it is not just only the BioLight that is actually the light therapy that is going inside, but also when you couple it, you're also getting quantum energy traveling through your body, so helping your body to recover much faster. Okay, so it's always recommended to use BioDisc inside the BioLight. And if you look at the BioDisc, it has got a convex surface, so always place the convex surface facing upwards in the BioLight. Yes, exactly. Yeah, so you just open the lid and you place the BioDisc convex facing up, and you can close it. Okay. Yeah. So,
thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
Right.
Deepa, is there anything else you would like to add on you would like to ask on BioDisc BioLight? Is there any question on your side?
I think beside the questions that we've given, we are good.
You're good, yeah? Okay. So shall we go with this product? Because I was so
Sure.
impatient, I was already into this, because I know tomorrow Malaysia is midnight, and Eastern Africa is 7 p.m. or 6:45. We're getting started. We're having the expert, Dr. Beverly Rubik from the United States, will explain more on the product. But today, for the viewers of NorthStar here, NorthStar family connected all around the world, Dr. Shafi, this protects our biofield. Okay.
Yep.
And this has been such an excitement. We've been seeing so many people excited, across the world. Please, for those who don't know what this is, in your own words, why this works, what is this, and how it protects the biofield. You and Dr. Anura, yeah, please.
Sure. AVP Kalai, yeah, I will start on to explain a little bit. The Amesqua Chi Pendant 4 is actually the most advanced wearable tech, which we say gains EMF protection up to 5G. All right, so it's considered to be the most advanced wearable tech. All right, and it's all the way against all EMF protection and up to 5G. All right, so you can actually claim that. It is the 4th generation of the Chi Pendant series in QNet. All right, 4th generation. And for the very first time, with the launch of the Chi Pendant 4, we also launched QNet's proprietary technology called ART, the Amesqua Resonance Technology. So which means Chi Pendant 4 comes, it is powered by ART. All right. Now, what is ART in Chi Pendant 4? Basically, inside this pendant is an activated wafer. In simple terms, there's a little chip inside the pendant. Okay. And this chip has been exposed to a powerful energy field, a subtle energy field. All right. And this process takes place over a specific period of time, and it transforms this chip into an effective subtle energy transmitter. That means you understand, you have a chip, you expose it to a subtle energy field, which is very powerful over a specific period of time. And this chip now has become a very powerful energy transmitter. It now can transfer energy. All right. So what does it do? So this chip now can harness and emit subtle energies. All right. It can produce and also emit subtle energies. It will interact with your biofield. It creates an energy link with your biofield the moment you wear it on. All right. It creates a link with your biofield. And this chip can also reinforce your body's own similar energies, which means it can boost your innate intelligence. all right, your own body's innate intelligence. It improves your overall well-being. It makes you more resilient to stress. It also improves your awareness, all right, which means your creativity, your positivity all gets much better, and your performance, your endurance level becomes much better, all right. Along with the chip, we also have this pendant designed with specific shapes. Okay, if you're looking at it now, as you're showing it, AVP color, you have the design of the flower of life, and around the flower of life, you have a perfect angular relationship of an octagon, all right, which is a 135-degree octagon. In those days, a lot of people who were designing homes, they used to build homes in an octagon shape, because octagon has the power of bringing the centering of the life force energy right into the middle of it in a proportionate manner. So anything in the space of an octagon has a very powerful harmonizing shape, harmonizing feeling. So that's why we've added this angular relationships to the pendant, and this will add balancing effects to your environment. So this is what is a little bit in a nutshell about the CP4. All right, why you need it? Because today you are you are facing the new danger, environmental stress. Today is like what Dr. Shafi always shares. We are in the technological era, all right, and you are living with modern technological devices. They constantly increasing. Every day you see new television channels, new satellites going up in space. These are happening without asking you permission. They are up there in your atmosphere, all right? They're saturating your entire environment, all right? But again, invisible waves, unperceived, but you need to take it into consideration that they are there and they are affecting you, all right? So what are your benefits? Why do you need this? Because in today's danger, you are protecting your biofield. You must protect your biofield, just like how the earth has the ozone layer, all right, to protect itself, all right. Again, you know that when the ozone layer is tearing, it causes detrimental health effect. So the same to us, you don't want your biofield to tear. So in order not to tear, not to get distorted, you must have the chi pendant 4. So it protects your biofield. Now, when it protects your biofield, it increases your energy levels. It improves your immunity. All right, your life force is constantly in its optimal state. All right, it doesn't diminish. It promotes better sleep. It drives quicker recovery. So there are many, many benefits. It even promotes brainwave coherence. And with the new chi pendant, it enhances positivity and creativity. Today, depression is on the rise. All right, I have seen many people suffering from depression due to the pandemic. Okay, so please note, you need to constantly be in an optimal state. Your mood must be always invigorated. All right, you cannot suffer from brain fog, which is also being caused by saturated harmful frequencies. So every time you sit next to the computer or you want to do something, you have a lot of ideas, but have you realized they are stuck? You cannot put your ideas into action. You're wondering, what is it? You know, what's happening? That's called brain fog. And when you're sitting in a home today, working from your home environment, all of you are on Wi-Fi. So imagine what's happening to the environment again. Even your kids. And today, you know, we've showed it in our presentation. Kids have more absorption to radiation than us. So you need to protect yourself. That is why we worked very quickly. When the pandemic came, we had to advance our launches to bring in the Amesqua Chi Pendant 4. And tomorrow, it's really a very significant event. Like you announced, Dr. Beverly Rubik, she's an expert in the biofield sciences and also in 5G, educating you on what's actually happening around the world. And she's going to be sharing a lot tomorrow. And I encourage you to watch it live, to feel the emotion, to understand it live from her. So please join us tomorrow night to know more. And she'll be able to share more on subtle energies and also about the chi pendant and the amazing properties of biophoton and also biodistry. Back to you, AVP Kalai.
Thank
Dr.
you.
Shafi, you can add whatever you like.
Yes.
You want to add?
Basically, I want to share a good news. Whatever that we have, Dr. Nura spoke about the cheap and for the technology and everything, but whether it is scientifically proven, that is what is the question, right? So I'm very, very happy to share the good news that we have concluded human clinical study on the effect of cheap N4 on human body against mobile phone radiation and Wi-Fi router radiation. Okay, this study has been completed in Europe, in Slovenia, one of the institute called Bion, a very reputable institute. And this study will be coming to you in the summary form because this study is 30-page document, which you will not understand. I will summarize it in a simple language for you that we have actually did this experiment with two groups. One group was wearing the real cheap pendant 4. Okay, the other group was wearing a sham pendant, meaning what we did was we put this pendant in a pouch, which nobody can see what is inside. And we were given to both the groups, which is masked. So nobody knows what pendant they are wearing. But one group we have given the actual pendant, one group was given fake pendant or sham pendant. And there was the exposure of mobile phone radiation for all these groups for 20 minutes non-stop. 20 minutes they were on, literally they were having the call hitting their brain. Okay, and we tested 5 different parameters. The cheap N4, the real cheap N4 wearers, they have shown a very significant reduction in mental stress. Their muscle tension was relaxed, but in other group it went very, very high. Okay, skin conductivity also reduced at a finger level, because normally what happens today, everything is touch screen, right? So what is the main thing? Your fingers have very tiny nerve endings. They become completely blocked. Okay, and that's what is very, very evident. Do you feel numbness on your fingers that you keep on touching your finger pad? I mean, your iPads or any screens. It is because blood circulation is completely jammed here. Yeah, it's similar to burning your nerve endings. So yeah, one of the common symptoms or common this thing that you'll find out, those people who keep on typing. Yeah. So this study has clearly shown the effect of our pendant on our the whole organism in total in a positive way. And this study very, very significant, and we are also planning to release this study to everyone, the summarized version. Okay, so in this 5G world, I mean, the world is definitely going to advance. Nobody can stop it. Even if you want to stop, protest is not going to change anybody's mind, because all the governments, everybody, the big giants already decided that they have to implement, they want to implement for various reasons. Okay, the 5G is a reality very, very soon in all the countries. The only thing, we can protect ourselves by wearing cheap N4. Okay, and this product has got all those ingredients that is required to give to our brain to boost biofield and protect our organs from various kinds of threats. Okay, yeah, that summarizes.
I wanted to share something very quickly.
Yeah.
In my recent trip in the US, about 5G. 5G is launched in the US, and 5G means a lot of antennas, right? Small antennas everywhere. So when I was in Vegas, they have palm trees. They made palm trees, cover these antennas, and then they made the antennas all painted green, and they made it look like leaves in a palm tree. But they were antennas they were antennas. They were just mimicking, like looking like trees, so that people will not think of it as being 5G antennas. They were practically everywhere, but in the form of palm trees. So it was very interesting how they covered it. They shielded it from people looking at it, because they were in every small radius. Yeah. So psychologically, people were thinking they were palm trees. Can you imagine? And these are in short distances, and they are radiating 5G beams right over you. And this is everywhere. So it was very unique, but I forgot to take a photograph. I'm going to get someone to take it for us. Yeah. So don't be fooled.
In this world that we have to coexist with this AI and 5G and technology, we have no other choice than to protect ourselves. So this is something that we have to start thinking about right now, especially today. We are indoor generation. We are in front of a mobile phone, laptops the whole day, and our kids are homeschooling, hybrid, whatever. I don't think we are going back anymore. This is going to be big part of our life. And just with 4G, Dr. Anura, we have already seen so many people aging faster than their age, falling sick in an age that you're not supposed to be sick. Children are having, diseases that you have never heard of with kids. And what else right now, as advancement of technology is just speeding up to a speed that human body is not able to catch up. So guys, join us tomorrow night as we speak more about this product with Dr. Rubik from the United States. Now, Dr. Shafi, Dr. Anura, if we could keep you with NorthStar, we would actually, but I know we can't afford to pay you at this point of time. And, QNet will not allow that. But I have two questions that before you guys leave the screen today, and there's two questions. One is, many people come and ask this question, is there a side effect, or will I get addicted to structured water or biophoton or the CP4? How if I come to a point that I can't leave? So what will happen? So that is one part. The second part I'm just going to give so that you guys can answer and give us your closing message also for tonight. And the second thing, of course, we are still in the midst of pandemic, and some countries like still in a mess, and many of our entrepreneurs, our IRs are also battling, and many have used our products to help the family members help themselves. And we have, great recovery, great stories, and we are happy. But maybe you would just like to say something to those who are battling. How, what are your words to them actually?
All right.
I'll start off with, if somebody having side effects or some kind of addiction to it. Okay. Now, anything that you do in your life, whether you are raising your kids with a lot of love, is also called addiction. Okay. But do you see it in a different way, negative way? No, right? It is the love that we have towards our kids. So we are very protective. We try to give the best to them and all this stuff. So similarly, our body needs the best. Okay. If you ask me who is the best doctor for you, it is your own body. All you need to do, provide the right things to the body. If you provide, for example, some people take drugs. Okay, I'm talking about the drugs like cocaine and all this stuff. So it is just that you're administering it and your body does the rest. Okay, so whose mistake is it? It is your mistake. Consciously, you are doing the wrong thing. So when you are aware that a structured water is the right one, okay, and you know that these kind of products will help you, when you start using it, you're aligning your body what it's supposed to be. Okay, it is not that something miraculously you're taking your body back to a different state. No, it is supposed to be like that. So you're bringing back to that real state or natural life force state. So when you are in that state, your body enjoys this kind of a feeling. Okay, and obviously when you stop using these products, suddenly after 1 year or 2 years using bio water and all, when you stop it, okay, and you don't drink that water anymore, you will feel the difference in the water taste that you're drinking. You feel the difference in your overall wellness, but it will not be suddenly drop like, from 10 to 0. It will be gradually, it will go. It will be over a period of 1 month to 2 months. It will not be suddenly drop. So you still enjoy the benefits, but slowly, your body will come back to your affected zone, or your environment will take over. Okay. So there is no addiction. It is, if at all you name it as addiction, it is a very good addiction. Okay, because you see your body as entirely a different system where you're enjoying the freedom. Yeah, back to you, Dr. Nara, about this pandemic.
True. Yeah, and also talking about side effects, there's definitely no side effects with the amazing Amesqua products, not at all. All right, and if you use it rightly, it really helps you with everything. It brings a lot of therapeutic benefits. Now, just consider yourself. Today, we've gone through this pandemic, and taking into consideration people, who've lost jobs and had no opportunities. And, imagine if you didn't have these products and you were having to go through life, and if your body is coming into a disease state, imagine what the cost of medical administration would be in time to come, all right, with the change that's happening. So you wouldn't want to pay medical administration 10 years down the road for something that is progressively happening and that you don't know about it. But today you have an opportunity. You're hearing to enough testimonies. All right. We're giving you evidence-based science, and we're telling you simple things of how to use these products at a very, the cost of it is, it's very small if you compare it to what you're going to pay down the road for medical advice, because it's going to come to a point of time that medical fees is going to go very much higher. All right. So
Already
think
we
of,
have witnessed, Dr. Nira, I'm
yes,
hearing stories from India and various parts of the world where this
yes,
pandemic literally took over. The
yes,
money has no value at all. You
true.
know, people are spending, money like
Yes,
water, but they are
yes,
unable to save themselves.
yes. Just to get a bed in the ICU, just to get an oxygen machine, they're paying so much more money just to
Very true.
get that. So why do you need to come to that state? Ask yourself that question. Today, with the money that you have, you could invest it into something like this and use it progressively and prevent your body into coming into a disease state. And that's all we pledge to you. All right. What you need today is the Amesqua Biodistillery for drinking structured water. Please understand, structured water is the natural water found in your cells. All right. You are born with it. It depletes as you age. So all you need to do is replenish it, but replenish it with the right water, the water that's also structured. It has to absorb, and only then will hydration increase. And when your hydration increases, your organs function. All right. So you need biodistry. Number two, the chi pendant 4. Very important for balancing the biofield and protective features for today's new danger. You cannot run away. You can't live in a cave and say you're not bombarded by 5G. You are going to be bombarded. Even like how Dr. Shafi says, right in the middle of the ocean, you would have all this, you would have Wi-Fi signal. All right. And you'll have 5G network right in the middle of the ocean. And you'll be bombarded by all of this, satellites from above you. So you need to be protecting yourself. It only takes the chi pendant 4. And the BioLight 3, mental and emotional well-being. Remember, light therapy does beyond the physical body. It does mental and emotional well-being, and it improves circulation phenomenally. All right. And to add to what Dr. Shafi shared, imagine that our BioLight 3 has the power to be used with the biodistry. Okay. So imagine you got energy, you've got quantum energy coupled together with light and color therapy. And not only that, you have this design property on the biodistry, which is now amplified more through the light. All right. And imagine how much of support it'll be to neurological disorders. Children who suffer from ADHD, people who suffer from, what is this called? Autism. All right. Please understand that shapes work for this because they can balance brain waves. So autistic children, ADHD children, all of these are neurological disorders. Their brain waves are not balanced. So you can actually use light therapy to administer these people. All right. And you can help a lot of people who are suffering from psychological disorders today because of the pandemic. Every day I'm reading the newspapers and knowing the news here that people are committing suicide. So go out there and help them.
Yeah.
All right. So this is our pledge to you. And thank you, AVP Kalai. I think it was something
Thanks a
that
lot.
we felt really very connected to do today.
Thank you so much. Okay, and Tipa, just join me, Tipa, as we thank. I know you've been bugging them. You bug them secretly on their WhatsApp. Okay. Is there anything else you want to add, Tipa? You want to before we leave the Zoom today? Unmute yourself, my dear.
We have a lot of questions that people have given us. We might not be able to answer. Dr. Shafi and Dr. Anurag might not be able to answer now, but we will get the answer and get back to you all. I also see so many questions in the chat groups and so on.
Just send it to us.
And it's been non-stop. People have been putting message, but I also want to thank all the leaders who have been also helping them to answer some of the questions they could actually answer. Yes, Tipa?
I got one last question because a lot of people come to us and they are so concerned of the different color of the lights.
Okay.
If we have the basic, what do you call that, guidelines on what to use.
All right.
But it is okay, right? I just want you all to give them confidence, because I always advise them to explore all the lights based on the guidelines, but you can also use different lights. So what would you say?
The most important light that is part of the BioLight 3 is the red light.
Red
All
light.
right, because of how it improves circulation, it regenerates cells. So basically, that is the most important light in all of it. The red light therapy is very essential. And then, of course, you have the blue light to balance your sleep patterns, to put your AM and PM back in order, to keep you calm, relaxed. You can also, like how Dr. Shafi shared, put it next to your bedside, leave it on for 15 minutes. It goes off by itself, and it helps to change that space around you and put you into a calmer, relaxing this one to sleep. So you don't have to be on drugs like melatonin and all of this, And the green light, of course, works very much for detoxification and also to reduce stress levels. And then finally, you have white light. White light is basically as the color white. It just purifies your space. So even with the BioDis 3 inside the BioLight 3, and you have the design property, so leaving it on with the white light will actually purify space and add that harmonizing, amplify the harmonizing effect much better. And very importantly, the BioLight 3, it doesn't need to be administered by a person who is unwell. All right, everybody can do it every day. You see, I've been living in this hotel for the last couple of days because of quarantine. I have no sunlight, and I sometimes just hate it. So all I do is use the BioLight 3, okay? And I make sure that I still give my cells the light that it needs, because sunlight is your basis of life, okay? So you need to understand that light therapy is meant to replace sunlight at times when you are in cold countries and so on. That's how light therapy is used, in order for you to stay sane, to be in the right mood, okay? Because without sunlight, you will go depressed. So that's what you can do. So every day, shine the light on your 7 main meridians. They're called chakras. They're called energy meridians. All right. Shine it on your 7 main meridians, a few minutes in each meridian. Don't shine it on your eyes directly. All right. Just over the meridians, and imagine each of your meridians are considered to be power spots. All right. Which means each of that meridian are connected to major organ systems and cells. Different organ systems and cell, each of the meridian. So when you're shining, you're giving it a jump start. You're activating it. All right. So every day you're coming into an optimal state by improving circulation, just by shining the light. So this is something you can do every day. Don't wait till you fall sick. All right.
So the meridian point is we can use red color, right?
Yes, you can use red color. Yes. So all the way from the crown to the base of your the 7th meridian. That's all.
I think anyone can just Google that, and actually, I think it's available.
The 7 chakras, 7 energy meridians, 7 power spots. You can see it.
Yeah, energy point. You could just Google. They will actually show you which are the energy points. You can actually see.
Exactly. And if you have 2 of you siblings staying in one home, one can do it on one other person, and you can do it on the other person. So back and front, amazing. You will feel. Believe me, you'll feel amazing. Even where you don't know and you don't experience the first part of becoming unwell, where your biophoton emissions are out of balance, you are now daily, you're reinstating it.
Wow.
So you're not going to progress into even stage 2. All you need to do is daily do it. Wow. That's all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Anura, Dr. Shafi. So I want to just thank you guys. There's so much to learn each time we meet, we talk. There's so much to learn from both of you. We are very humbled for your continuous commitment to our quest in helping, actually NorthStar came with this vision of 1 billion homes in 1,000 cities. Okay. And we always wondered how we are going to do that. But today with this internet connection, a virtual platform, more and more countries are connecting. Like today, I know France is connected. Okay, Europe is now connected. So it's been a great last 1.5 years for us. So thank you so much, doctors. We'll meet you again.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
On behalf of NorthStar, we thank you. Guys, thank you so much for staying with us. Send a lot of love to the 2 beautiful souls, Dr. Shafi and Dr. Anura. And we meet you, guys, tomorrow night with Dr. Beverly Rubik at 11:45 Malaysia time, and that is 6:45 Eastern Africa time. So thank you. Yeah.
Don't worry about translations. There are 4 languages tomorrow: Bahasa, French, Arabic, and also Russian. So
Indonesia as well.
yeah.
Bahasa
Yeah,
Indonesia.
Bahasa Indonesia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bahasa Indonesia.
So
Thank you guys.
All
Stay
right.
safe.
Thank you. God bless.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And guys, NorthStar, thank you so much for connecting. Thank you so much, warriors, for staying online. Thank you for taking all the notes. I hope it helped you, strengthen you, your understanding of our products. Now look at the product, now hold very tight today. You know this is going to make all the difference, okay? So happy using, enjoy it, and any question, guys, please forward it to your working leaders, the one who invited you. We will collect it, and Tipa and I and with the leaders will help to get as many questions answered from time to time. All right? Tipa, what do you say?
Some of you who posted the questions in the chat, not at the Q&A session, please send it back to the your upline or the person who invited, so we can get back to you on the questions.
And for some reason we missed your question here, and we please remind us, guys, okay? And we only missed it not because we want to miss it, we just missed it because we missed it. Okay, so please remind us, come back to us and help each other, and we help each other, and we stay healthy, we stay happy, and keep everyone around us healthier. All right, so thank you so much. Bye-bye. Good night. Bye.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night, guys. Bye-bye. Good night.
Bye-bye. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Everyone.
Doctors.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, Judah.
Terima kasih. Bye-bye.
Sama-sama. William has learned terima kasih because that many times he has come to Malaysia. Okay. And don't play. BC Hajara Kasule actually speaks Bahasa. She was in Penang in USM. She speaks Bahasa. So don't talk to her, don't scold her in Bahasa in front of her.
She will understand.
And I just want to thank the two beautiful ladies, Payun and Isin, for helping everyone also. You guys look like you have run a marathon, but I know it's worth it, and your teams will appreciate your effort. So clap for Isin and Payun. I don't know what they translated, but they translated. They helped. Okay.
I'm sure it's not easy. I cannot imagine, Payun, how you translated it.
But you all look like you just finished a marathon, actually. Okay, so guys, shall we? And all of you are looking dashing today, man. All of you looking so dashing today.
You should always on camera.
Yes, you're looking so beautiful. And guys, tomorrow night I'll send the link for tomorrow night immediately after this, so you will have the link for tomorrow night. And then and I'll see you guys in the morning system for those who are connected in both morning systems. Yeah, so shall we close tonight? Shall we do our 5, 4, 3? Oh no, 4 again. 4. You are lying. 3, 2,
Hi.
and 5 again.
Oh.
And they don't want to leave. They don't want to count. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye, guys. Good night.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Thank you very
everyone.
much.
Good night.
Adios. Good night.